Hello, everyone. Welcome to It's Sybil. I am Sybil Wilkes, and it's the girls' day today. Hello, ladies. Aprylete Russell, how are you? I'm sorry, Miss Aprylete, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Miss Yolanda Starks White, how are
So
you
Sybil, to
doing?
be clear, it's Miss Aprylette Day, and I'm just the part. I'm just here as the support.
You're right.
Yay,
You're right.
Aprylette.
Yay, Miss
but,
Aprylette.
but we all need the support. The support is the ones that really get the job done.
That's right. I believe that.
There you
Yep.
go. So I'm here with the support, and that would be Miss Aprylette and Madam Yolanda Starks White.
That's right.
Ladies, it's good to have you all here. Yolanda, I got to ask about my god dog. What
What's going
happened?
on?
So Ramsey is getting older, and it's
Welcome
interesting,
to our world, Ram.
right? But it's interesting to watch. So Aprylette, he started shedding hair in clumps, like
Clumps of
clumps of his hair just start falling out.
hmm.
I thought it was his nerves. I thought his nerves
So
was
that's what I
bad.
thought too.
Yeah, yeah,
That-
yeah.
To be honest with you, Sybil, that's really why I canceled yoga this morning. I didn't do my yoga class because it was raining and he doesn't like the thunder. But I couldn't tell the women that's in my class that I was going to cancel because I had
Pulling
to
your
stay
dog.
with my dog.
That was
Some of us would have understood.
Yeah,
There's a
well,
couple, perhaps one, and you know who she is,
right.
Pastor.
Right. Aprilette, I said, y'all coming today? So,
that's how you test the water. Y'all coming today?
yeah, right.
The
They like,
rain is a little heavy.
right, it's heavy. Ooh, it's raining out the other day. So they're like, yes, I'm looking forward to it. I'm like, shit. So I just like, listen, I don't know how I'm gonna say this, but I'm not leaving my puppy today. It's because it was really thundering today,
Yeah.
this afternoon.
Mm.
All day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
We
all
had
day.
rain all
yeah.
Yeah,
day.
It's been
yeah.
raining all day.
And
That's
so
kind of
we,
like on Mother's Day. It was raining. I'm sorry. In
yep, it sure
that
was.
was
Hmm.
all
Yep,
day.
yep. So Aprilette, I took him. So we took him to the vet today,
Okay.
and as it turned out, he does have a bacterial infection.
Mm. And so that's causing the hair.
I guess so. So he has a
Mhm.
bacterial infection that we had to get antibiotics, but we got some medicated shampoo, and
Okay.
he hates baths. So we're
Mm.
gonna have to
It's a
really.
struggle. It's gonna
It's
be
a
a struggle.
struggle. But
Goodness.
the other thing is he's walking funny because he has arthritis really bad. By the way, Sybil, that you give him that really helps him out. The chews, whatever that
Yeah,
is.
the
I understand
chondroitin.
that.
Yeah.
And but what we realized, Ward White is so freaking smart. So what would I do? How would I have a pet without Ward White? Because I don't even notice stuff like this.
Right.
He was walking funny, and I just thought he was in pain. But what happened is his nails had grown so long.
I noticed that last week. I was like, boy, I don't have any fingernails, but I was like, boy, your nails are longer than I I'll never. Well, my nails grow that long. He
Well,
was
it
like,
really impaired his walk.
Really? I can see
oh,
that because yeah, he's not really having his paws on the ground. It's them nails.
and
It's
he's
the
very
nails.
tactile
Yes.
too. He's
Okay.
very
And
tactile.
but see, this is the interesting thing about him. What Ward said with most dogs that live outside, they're constantly filing them down through
Oh
the
Yep.
yeah, on the
regular.
Yep.
ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he
so
don't
since
he
he so
don't go
easy,
outside.
he ain't outside. He on his plush blanket. He on his plush
Yeah,
king
he ain't
chair.
doing all of
And
that.
when he walks outside, he walks on the grass.
Yeah.
Man. Okay,
Yeah.
that was a good observation. Shout out
Yeah.
to Ward.
Shout out to Ward. So anyway, he's good, Simple. Thank you for asking.
Oh, I really thought because what happened to the Thunder shirt? Y'all don't do that?
That never really worked for him.
It probably didn't.
I thought it worked for
It worked
him.
for Lawler, not Ramsey.
Oh, but Ward wouldn't let his dog
Yeah,
have a Thunder shirt.
he never liked that because he doesn't like to be confined at all. So, like for example, even getting in the car now,
Hmm.
where he used to jump, he can't jump anymore.
He
So you
can't.
have to
Yeah,
pick him up,
he's
and
like,
he hates that.
right.
Ooh, he
He
hates
doesn't want
that.
anybody to have to, so he really is an old man.
Yeah. Janet Ferguson asked, "How old is Ramsey?" So we got Ramsey in He was born in the summer of 12. So he'll be 12 years old this year. Right?
And times 7 is 84.
Ooh. Yeah. 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 Well,
Yeah.
he walked, like I said, he needs my yoga class because he does
And
walk
you know
like
what? He was
an
doing really
84-year-old.
good doggy yoga stretches this week. Did you notice that?
I
Did
did
you see?
notice that.
Yeah, he was really
Oh,
doing
he
some
does the
good.
downward dog.
He
Yes, he
does.
does.
Yeah, Gucci
Yeah.
does too.
He does.
Yes, he loves a good stretch.
Yeah. So do you massage him? Do you
Yes,
massage
all
his
the
bones?
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to do better at that, Sybil.
Yeah, you told me that. You made me realize that the other
Z
day.
Walker says that that the Thunder Jacket works for her
Hmm.
Bella.
I've heard really good things. That's why I got them both the Thunder Jacket, and Ward doesn't like that for the dogs. For
Well,
his
he
dog.
clothes. Period. He
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
But
they would be
it's a shirt. It wasn't a frilly vest. It was just a shirt.
Gucci got on his clothes.
Oh, look at the
See?
Gucci.
With the
Yes.
camo.
Is that camouflage?
It is.
Yes.
That's
With
so
the
cute.
camo. I love
That's
that.
cute.
I
It
love
says
that.
that I'm a big adventurer. So
Yes,
Nice.
he
there
is.
we
He's
go.
so let's talk. We've had enough dog talk for the moment
I know,
anyway.
right?
Let's talk about the What You Need to Know newsletter. This is our Monday through Friday effort to super serve the African American community. We'd love to have you subscribe. It will only cost you the time to submit your name and your email address to SybilWilkes.com. Give us that, and we'll have it in your email box every Monday through Friday morning. Aprylete is our mental health and wellness contributor, and each week in the newsletter, she talks about that, and especially as it affects our African American community. Today, she writes about an initiative that deals with the mental health of Black men, and especially that involves one of our historically Black fraternities. Aprylette, what you got?
Yes, I love this story because research shows that African Americans, especially the ones who deal with severe depression, they're most likely to get misdiagnosed and having schizophrenia. And a lot of clinicians, they're not really looking at mood disorders and things like that. So I love the fact that the Omega fraternity, they have partnered with the National Institute on Minority Health and Disparities. They partnered with them back in 2019, but they continue this initiative to promote Brother, You're on My Mind. And this initiative aims to reduce the stigma that prevents men from asking for help. And so throughout their local chapters, they're doing a lot of hosting panel discussions. They're sharing articles. They're sharing a lot of education materials just to learn about how Black men are impacted by depression and stress, and then the perceptions about mental illness. And with it being May, which is Mental Health Awareness Month, one thing that I am super just like, I just love education. So sometimes it's like you bring awareness to a cause, you talk about it, we all rally for it, but educating on mental illness is super important because, again, with the misdiagnosis in our community, how would we know if we don't know? And so with this initiative with the Omega fraternity, they're doing Brother, again, it's called Brother, You're on My Mind. And one of the founders had said that this title within itself, Brother, You're on Your Mind, means so much to him because they're not just calling up their brother talking about foolishness or mess. It's like, hey, brother, you're on my mind. How are you doing? I thought about you. I wanted to, wanted to know what's going on with you. So they're doing this all through their local chapters, like I said, and they're just continuing this initiative going. And then with, again, May being Mental Health Awareness Month, they're doing a couple of studies on depression and how Black men are reluctant to ask for help more than their white counterparts.
Yolanda, what I love about this, Aprylette goes into in her story. She quotes our friend, the former Grand Basilisk of Omega Psi Phi, and Dr. David Marion in this. And
was that his quote? The brother,
yeah,
brother in my mind. Mm-hmm.
Yep. He said, even the name of the initiative was unique in its use of the term, Brother, You're on My Mind. I'm not calling you about, like you said, foolishness or mess. I thought of you and wanted to see how you doing. And so that's really great. And Dr. Marion is a very skilled professional and it's been very helpful to us. So maybe we can get him on to talk about
He's been
that.
really, really helpful for us, Aprylete, because he's a psychiatrist, but the way he, like, as you know, that I mentor people that have mental issues, and so I had one person in particular that he really, really helped me understand how schizophrenia was happening in their minds, how it's happening in their minds, and just a couple of just small things he told me to do that really made a very
A
big
big
difference in
yeah.
my being able to relate
Yes.
to
And the
this
different approach that you have
the
to take.
approach.
Yeah.
Yes, the approach is the biggest thing. So my question
Mhm.
to you is, so with this program, what is it again? So I get the name and what have you, but so they just call each other up and check on each other.
Well, no, they do. They do it
Not
throughout.
and I didn't mean just to
Oh no, I
belittle it. I
get
didn't mean
exactly
that.
what you meant. So they do a lot of like wellness checks at the end of their meetings and support groups and
Got it.
encouragement and maybe talk through treatment plans. So this is like at the local chapters where they're having panel discussions or they're passing out educational
Oh,
brochures.
okay. Okay, so this
Mhm.
is within the Omega Psi
Yes.
Phi fraternity that they are
Yes.
actually activating
And
this.
they've made
Okay,
it a part of the culture. So
got
let's
it.
say they get together for whatever they got going on in the fraternity. It's just like, well, now this is a part of the culture. So
Oh,
let's just say
cool.
Wednesdays on 7, we're gonna do a support group for Brother You're on My Mind. And I'm just giving an example, but that's pretty much what they've incorporated within their fraternity culture.
So, Sybil, you know the contrarian.
Yes, Yolanda.
That would be me. So, the only thing that I wish that we would do, if we could add this as a part of the movement, I know that we say that part of it is asking people how they feel, but I'm in a quandary these days because I'm not sure that we really allow people to feel how they feel. So if you come to me and say, well, Yogi, I feel this way, this way, this way, this way, I don't know that you are all, I don't know that we always afford each other the opportunity. Oh, that's how you feel, without saying how I feel. You understand what I'm saying? So if you come to
Is it
me
how,
and feel me talking about how you feel, I expect for you to feel how I feel. And I
about how I feel or how you
right,
feel
right.
about how I feel?
About the subject.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
So I just don't believe that we are really allowed. I know specifically like with the LGBTQ plus community, they weren't allowed to really say who they were and how they feel. And they felt that they had to keep it within themselves. I think that now, since we claim that we're more open, I think we're more closed. Because let's say I don't believe with the LGBT plus community. What if I don't believe that? I can't say that. I can't say that out loud.
Well, that's different.
How is that?
I think I think that a person's lifestyle as opposed to a person's feelings are different.
Let me give you an example
Okay.
to expand this, and we have time. This the
Mhm.
kicker from the Kansas City, from the Chiefs.
Right.
So when he delivered his message at a Catholic school,
Mm-hmm.
his opinion about where he was at and how he felt,
Mm-hmm.
they're trying to get this man fired from kicking a football because he thinks women are better placed in the house.
They're better off barefoot and pregnant is pretty much what he said.
Well, that's not what he said,
Well,
but
that was my interpretation.
okay, but
Mhm.
yeah. And so, however, that's what I'm saying. He can't feel how he feel, or is he's going to be
But that's not
fired.
okay. He has a ridiculous way of thinking, in my opinion.
That's my
But
point.
but I'm not gonna call for his being kicked off as a
Mhm.
kicker for the
Most
Kansas
people,
City.
that's the big deal
I
right
I,
now.
I, I
Oh, you said you in
I
particular.
just like to give my take on this and how
Right.
ridiculous it is that people are calling for his firing. He has not killed, he hasn't maimed, he hasn't done anything. We have serious situations where people have done this and they get off. So my point is we have to be a little bit more open in terms of acceptance of one's differences, and I don't think that we're going to get anywhere if we are so closed-minded, and especially like, well, she's crazy. She says she's
I agree.
depressed. I don't.
I agree.
That's
I agree.
that is overall just inhumane,
Yeah.
if you will.
Yeah.
Um, that's where I don't, because when I was a little girl, I didn't know that it was depression. I would just feel sad sometimes,
But maybe it wasn't depression. Maybe you were just sad.
okay, so but people today would say, "Oh, you suffer from depression as a child." I'm like, no, I was just sad
Right, and that's
sometimes.
that right there. That's super dangerous right there
Yeah,
in itself. And I
Right.
think
and
that's why
luckily
it's
my
so
mother didn't
important.
pay any attention to it, Aprylete,
Yeah.
because otherwise, I
That
mean,
is
she was
good.
very concerned with me going to the pediatrician and all of that. But she's like, no, like when my dad died, they wanted to put me on a drug, and she's like, people die all the time.
Mm.
And
Good
she,
for
she wasn't like,
her.
and I know this child's father died, but I'm not putting her on drugs.
Yeah.
No,
Come
we're not
on.
doing
Big
that.
pharma. Like it's really it's a murky water. But to your comment, Yolanda, with people asking questions like, oh, how are you doing, or how are you feeling, and not giving the space to actually feel how you really feel.
Right.
I think that it's just like a conversation starter. But I feel that if you're going to open up that dialogue and you're going to be the one really asking how someone feels, it's like you need the
I
education
agree.
behind it. You need that X, Y, and Z. And I think that's why this month is super important to
Right.
have that mental health education. And then there's
Right. I agree.
first aid mental health training. So if you want to put yourself in that position outside of just having empathy, but really getting down in the weeds, you gotta be suited and booted with the armor.
And not everybody is.
And not everybody is.
Not
Not
everybody is. And sometimes you have to recognize that, okay, well, I'm gonna pray for you or something. I mean, say something.
or even give some resources. It's just like,
Yeah.
so if you really
Yeah.
ask your friend, like, hey, how you doing? And your friend tells you something that is super, hey, I'm X, Y, and Z. At least having some resources like, hey, girl, I am not equipped to, handle this, but I have a number that you can call, 988, where you can text if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling depressed. Like, you can just text that number and you can have this conversation with real people that can help, that are equipped. So I think that just having those small resources will help everybody, if you're not equipped to really deal with the severity of some people's situations.
And what
And
I was going to say is, when I was talking about my mom, and just like, I was just saying, I'm sad, and she's like, well, how much time do you need to kind of work through whatever you're feeling?
I'm gonna start using that.
That's
Shout out to
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
How much
so,
time do you need?
and she's like,
That's
do
good.
you want me to sit here with you, or do you, mind if I can go about my business and clean the house or whatever, or you want to come wash some dishes with me or whatever it is,
Right.
and in order to work through this, if you want to
Yeah.
talk or whatever. So sometimes it's just that, just
Yeah.
saying, well, I'm here for you if I can help you.
Yeah.
And I don't really understand what you're going through, but if I can help you by doing some research and maybe
Yes.
calling, maybe if I call 988 and say I have a friend that's going, how can
Yep.
I help my friend?
Yep.
In that respect.
And sometimes that's okay. And I think that we,
Right.
as people, sometimes love to be the hero in people's story. It's just like, you don't
Right.
have to save her or
Right.
him.
You don't
That's
have to be
right.
the hero.
Yeah.
No,
You don't
Amen.
have
just
to be
be
the
the
hero.
friend.
Just be the friend. Yep. And so that's why it's good just to have those resources in your back pocket for moments like that, because we are all going through something.
Right.
We are
And you
all
know
going
what, Aprylete? As we near the end of this segment, I do think it would behoove us every time we do something with you, is that at the end of your story and at the end of the segment, remind people, if you have these feelings of depression, of sadness, of suicide, even,
Yeah.
here's the
Yeah.
number to call
Yeah.
for
Okay,
help.
Sybil,
Because
we'll
we
work on
don't
that.
do that. I mean, we do the stories every once in a
Yeah.
while, but we don't give people that information. So if you would repeat
Okay,
that
babe.
again.
Yeah, so 988. So we can keep it really simple. There's a couple of different numbers, but for this episode, we'll just do 988. 988. You can text it, you can call it, and they will definitely answer 24/7, 365.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. I think it's a great conversation and an opportunity. Karen Lynn said, I literally had that situation today, and I send the person a guest pass for Headspace and explain
Beautiful.
that I have no words, but I hope they benefit from the prayers I offer up for her. Oh, God bless you.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is nice.
And sometimes that's all you can do. And that is enough. That can save a life.
And sometimes
So,
it can, yeah. Sometimes
yep.
it's enough. And if it's not, they may let you know. But then by that point, like I'm giving
Again,
you
I'm
all
not a
I'm
Yep.
equipped to give you,
Yep.
Yep.
and just kind of move on, and not move away, but sometimes most of us are. We don't want to be the heroes, but we do want to be the help them solve a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
And stick
so,
along. It's just like I might have to turn it over and
right,
hand it over to someone who can better suit you. But I'm here. I'm in the background. If
Right.
you need me, I'll
right,
bring you some soup. You know.
right. So please go to SybilWilkes.com. Give us your name and your email address. We'd love to have you in our What You Need to Know news crew. And Aprylete, as I mentioned, is our mental health and wellness contributor. Coy Malone joins us once a week, and she writes several times a week. Check out her story in affiliation with Black Lives Matter in today's newsletter, talking about a voter lawsuit that was tossed out by the state of Wisconsin, which is a very important state in the upcoming election, by the way. Cameron Riley is a political contributor. His little sister, Quinn Townsend Riley, is our LGBTQIA contributor. And all of these fine young people, along with mental health and wellness from Aprylete and other things, are in the newsletter. We have the CPA to the stars. We got Ms. Astrology, Feel Better Ms. Astrology, as well as other folks come in and give you a little Ministry Monday and Yogi's Jewels every day in the What You Need to Know newsletter. Today, and what's really going on, we're going to play a game, Aprylette. I know you love the games.
Yay.
Unless y'all in my business, but
This is fun. This is fun,
okay.
and I think it speaks to the difference between Yolanda and me more
Okay.
than anybody. I'm not sure but I think you're a very cost savvy person.
Me.
And now more than ever in light of our financial situations, our work lives, and what happened as a result of the pandemic and people living on different budgets and what have you. We're going to play a game of how much that cost.
Okay.
Okay. I
That
like
sounds
it.
fun. Okay.
How much that cost?
How much that cost? Because I'm
Okay.
always asking, how much does that cost?
And see, I
Before I
don't even
buy
put all the
anything.
words in there. I get right to how much that cost. How much does that cost? So as I said, I've always been pretty cost conscious, especially since I've been on my own. And many of us are more aware than others. So we're going to play this game. How much that costs? For instance, if I were to ask you, Yolanda and Aprylette, how much does a gallon of milk cost? Vitamin D versus vitamin D whole milk or 2%. How much that cost?
A gallon.
Mm-hmm.
How many ounces are in a gallon? No, I'm only kidding.
Break this down.
Right, right.
I'm gonna bow out because I don't drink milk, so I don't know.
Okay.
But we're just
Yolanda?
guessing. So I'm going to say 269.
You're very close.
Okay.
You're very, very close. Vitamin D whole milk and 2% costs $2.76
Is
at
that right?
Walmart. Yep.
Okay. Okay, that's affordable. I can okay.
But here's
Okay.
the
I'm gonna
ripoff.
start
Now check
drinking.
this out.
Oh, wait.
That's a whole
Okay.
gallon is $2.76. A
Okay.
half gallon is $1.66. A half gallon should be $1.38.
Well, no, it's a bonus buy. The gallon is a bonus buy.
What's the bone?
The bonus is that you get more if you go ahead and get the gallon as opposed to the
Okay.
half a gallon.
Okay. All
Bonus
right.
guy.
It's
Okay.
a bonus buy. How much does it cost to buy a loaf of bread?
Oh, depending on the bread, baby, you can spend close to $6.
Wonder bread.
$6?
Yes, some Sara Lee bread, girl.
Sara Lee bread costs $6.
Like
I'm not
$5.78.
paying more than $1.50, Sybil.
Okay, so I'm gonna say for Wonder bread,
Wonder bread, white bread.
$2.19.
And Yolanda, you said what? No. What did you just?
I said $1.50.
Okay, you're a little. That would be if you're buying the Walmart brand
Okay.
of white bread. That's
Okay, so is this Walmart statistics? Are we going off of?
I'm going off of Walmart because I think because the Jewels in Chicago is different than Piggly Wiggly in Atlanta.
Yeah. Okay, so you're just doing Walmart across the board. So wait, how much is it?
$1.42 for the Walmart brand for a loaf of bread.
Okay.
Wonder bread is $2.92.
Okay. So when you get to the name brand.
Yeah, when you get to the Sara Lee's and what have you, and the Seven Oats and
all right,
all
Janet
of that.
Ferguson says she paid $3.44 for some Sara Lee.
Exactly, Aprylete.
So is Sara Lee bread the same as? I mean, it's a slice. Is it sliced bread? So hold on for a second. You're telling me a piece of sliced bread I could pay $1.42
versus
$2.99 or $3.44, and some of us say $3.44.
Some of us say, well,
the taste.
You're a bread person. You're a bread person, right?
Yeah.
You love your bread. You love your crackers, right?
Yeah.
And so, and I'm not. So I would go for the Walmart because I don't eat sandwiches.
I think I would go for the Walmart too. But okay, all right, cool.
But I mean, it depends on what floats your boat.
Right, that's true.
And what floats your taste buds? Because once you taste that Sara Lee, you ain't want to go back.
You're not gonna want that Walmart bread. Okay.
How about a dozen eggs?
Eggs expensive nowadays, but I think it went down a little bit.
They have gone down.
Okay.
So a dozen eggs, that would be 12.
A dozen.
Okay. Large white eggs.
Large white.
I'm gonna say $2.19.
I was gonna say $2.49.
Yolanda, you're very good. $2.08.
Oh, okay. Make an egg sandwich. Cheap.
Okay.
Baby.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes. Girl, ain't nothing like some good boiled eggs.
Boiled eggs.
Yeah.
Or a good deviled egg.
Oh my God. Hold on. Okay.
$2.09 at Kroger. Yeah,
they say $3 for
$3. Tab B says on YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's like the kind that Tamron Hall advertises for. Remember those eggs? It comes in the white carton.
Is it Eggland's Best?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Hold on, Sybil. This is so true. Listen to this.
Yolanda news.
Go on the
Price is Right, says Gwen Webb on Facebook. No, Gwen. No.
Well, Aprylete, no, because I don't shop at all. Sybil and Ward, they do all the shopping in our house. So I'm really guessing. But I'm guessing good.
You're doing good at guessing.
All right, come on. Give me more. Give me more.
Look, let me play some numbers. You got some numbers in there. Look, guess. Let's retire.
I was looking up Sara Lee brand bread. The butter bread sandwich, a loaf of bread is $3.18 at Walmart.
Oh wow!
Yeah. So, so this is interesting. This is what I went to get the other day. Some alcohol, not rubbing alcohol. Right. And it's the difference between the 91% isopropyl and the 70%. So let's start with 16 ounces of the 91% alcohol.
Of the 91%, as opposed to the what percent?
70.
70. Okay, so 91%. I'm still going to say $2.49. It still can't be much.
I'm gonna say $1.25 because I'm gonna get it from Dollar Tree every time. Get the alcohol from Dollar Tree.
Do they have the higher?
I don't know.
91 as opposed to the 70.
Yeah.
Or do they do the 30?
I don't think I'm like, at that point, am I even getting alcohol? Is it water? I have some actually in my cabinet, so after the show, I'm gonna go look and see what it is. But it was
Okay.
$125.
All right.
It's how much, Aprylete?
$125.
Okay.
Everything is $125 at the Dollar Tree.
Okay, hold on. What did I say? $249. Okay, so I
Mhm.
think it's like $229. Yeah, $229.
Okay.
$276.
Ooh,
$276.
almost
The 70%, the 70% for 16 ounces,
how much?
How much?
$2.08.
$2.08.
Now, this is what I went to the store to get the other day: witch hazel.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can't live without my witch hazel.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
love it.
16 ounces.
16 ounces. I would say it's the same as alcohol. No,
I
they
buy it
proud.
all
They're
the
proud
time.
of the witch hazel, huh?
They're proud of the witch
They're
hazel.
proud
I'm
of
gonna
it.
say 387 or 4. I don't ever look at the
Ooh,
bill, but I'm
387, close
obsessed.
to 4. Now I'm gonna say 329.
Okay.
You're closest, Yolanda, $2.98.
Yeah.
$2.98. Okay.
And
Walmart
we're not,
brand or
yeah,
the
we're not
or the
paying.
Walmart brand.
We're not paying $4 for some witch hazel.
Yes, Dr. Dillard's or whatever, the Dr. Somebody.
Yeah, the
Dr.
doctor
Dillard's.
somebody is
Yeah.
close to, it's like 3 something, I believe.
Yeah.
Mm.
She said
Okay.
What about orange juice? 52-ounce orange juice, no pulp, which I'm a pulp girl. So
Yeah, I like
no
pulp
pulp.
too.
I like Pope.
I love pulp in my orange juice.
That may be that fine wine Asian liking Pope, because I don't know nothing about that.
That first squeeze orange juice, I'm gonna say that's pretty close to $3. I'm gonna say $2.79.
Aprylette?
If we talking Walmart brand, I'll agree with Yolanda, but I've seen some orange juice at Whole Foods for $9.
Right, right. That's a real fresh squeeze.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's like the orange is just going
Wait, how much?
$3.48.
Girl, we were somewhere today, and Ward White just said today that to shop at Whole Foods, you need a record deal.
Right.
No, for sure. And I actually go to Whole Foods, but I only get certain things from there, and I kind of like shop around on my like favorite little stores. But you know,
How much
that's
is orange juice, Sybil?
$3.48.
Okay. What did I say?
You said-
$3.29.
Yeah.
yeah, you were close. Oh, you
Yeah.
good at this.
Yeah.
3-pound bag of Clementines oranges. And I went to get Yolanda some oranges not too long ago.
A
And
3-pound bag of oranges.
of the
A
little tangerine
3-pound bag.
of the Clementines, the small like tangerine
Right.
like oranges.
Oh,
Like
Sybil, that's good.
$5.78.
How much, sweetie?
$5.78.
$5.78.
Okay. Yolanda.
Hmm.
$4.99 says Janet.
You know, that's Janet.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with Janet.
And I am too. $5.
Okay. Okay. Okay, good.
What about
Okay.
what
Renita
about
said it's $2.99 on sale.
Oh, that's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
But you don't find, you know what? You got to really look on line for like Walmart, and they tell you they have. It's not a coupon, but it's like a coupon. You got to buy 2. in order
See,
to get
I always hate that. I hate stores. Why not just have everybody have the same price? Why do I gotta have some different
Because it
something?
wouldn't be, it wouldn't be capitalism if it was the same price.
Okay.
Yes, all right, you're right.
I
You're
gotta
right.
start shopping at Walmart because clearly where I'm shopping, all my prices are high because everything I'm bidding on is super high.
Yeah, you
Well,
are. You going over? Yeah.
You're spending a lot of time at Whole Foods for sure.
I'm wondering why I'm almost robbing Peter. Girl, Peter about to get robbed in a minute, and I wonder why, because I'm paying too much for groceries.
Right. But you know what? Just the idea. Y'all remember when Walmart first started serving groceries? And I'm like, hold on for a second. You can get your tires rotated. You can get a toy for your kid, a bicycle for your kid.
You can get your blood pressure checked.
You can get your
Yep.
blood pressure checked. Yes.
And now I can get some grapes.
And some grapes.
That's a whole lot going on at one place. I'm gonna have to diversify.
Look, your
I
eyes
can't do all of that.
because
You
They
can
do
get your
sure
glasses.
can. Yes,
Yeah,
you can.
and a
Yes,
slice
yes,
of
you
pizza. And a slice of pizza. That's,
woo.
a 27-ounce can of Glory Greens mixed
Mm.
greens.
I'm gonna say I wouldn't.
At all.
Yeah.
You know that's how they make it at Luby's. They
No,
just
they
open
don't.
up their
La
big
la
cans.
la 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 la.
y'all Lubies down here.
I love some Lubies. I love me some Lubies. I'm coming tomorrow for the gumbo.
So a can. Oh, but that's a good question. A can of grease. You know what? I'm gonna say $1.99. What's the size of it?
27 ounces.
27. I'm gonna say $1.99. What you say, Aprylete?
I'm gonna go with Yogi because I have no idea.
$1.98.
Is it really?
Girl, you deserve a prize.
Girl, hold on for a second. I better do something with Aprylete. When I tell you I do not shop,
Girl, you deserve a prize.
okay, Sybil, let's quit. Look at the time.
No. I got one more for you.
Okay.
And this is the most important object for you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A 12-pack of Coca-Cola.
So Coca-Cola has really gone up.
All
so
sodas.
so now you're gonna pay like $7.99. Yes, girl. Yeah. Aprylete. Yes.
$7.99 for some soda.
Yes.
Some soda water.
Yes.
Wow. Now that right there.
The Sybil, hopefully I'm way over.
Not that much over. $7.64.
That's diabolical.
That is
$7.97.
Yes. That is
You can get a good bottle of Gallo White Zinfandel for $6, Aprylete. A 12-pack of Coke at $7.64.
And then with tax, you at $10. Just round it up. Like,
can you believe that?
And a bag of chips.
That's crazy.
So I bought a bag of chips today at the store. That the regular kind, $2.69.
Oh,
but I didn't realize how much it costs. I didn't realize that.
That was
good. $2.69? No, they're $1.49. Remember? I was like, no, wait.
That was good.
I got some chips, and I don't eat like snacks and chips and stuff like that, but I had a sub sandwich, so I wanted some chips to go with my sub sandwich, jalapeno chips. I go to 7-Eleven and I'm looking for the chips. $2.69 on the bag.
$2.69.
Baby, I went home and I literally sliced me up some cucumbers because I just wanted a crunch. I am not gonna pay $3 for a crunch that's bad for me. I sliced up cucumbers and I was literally eating my sub sandwich with my cucumbers.
Wait, Aprylete, really?
Yeah, really? I'm not, girl. No,
you're not doing that.
I don't eat snacks like that anyway, so it's just like I'm not gonna do it. $3.
Well, baby, if you don't eat snacks like that anyway, you couldn't do it that one time.
No, because
that's
disrespectful.
Did you let the rest of it sit in some vinegar and save it for later?
I did not. That's a good idea, but no, girl, we just cut them up and we just.
Okay, last question because we're out of time. How much have you paid for a regular gallon of gas? The last gallon of gas, how much did you pay for it, Aprylete?
$3.06.
When was that? Back in
it had to be
time?
Today. It had to be today.
Baby, this was not too long ago in Addison, Texas.
Was it today?
No, it wasn't today. It was last week. It was like 308, 306.
Oh, it had dropped then. Okay.
Oh.
So for regular gas, Sybil, so of course I never look at what the premium is. I just look at the regular because the premium, so what they do with the premium now, so it used to be, it was just maybe 10 cents more, or maybe it is now like 40, 50 cent more. So I don't even look at it. I still
from the premium, from the regular to the mid-level, and then to the premium.
So what I do to psych myself out, I only look at the regular. I get the premium, but I only look at the regular because
that's so funny.
I have to.
Because
last week, no, it was on Friday or Saturday. We stopped for gas. We paid $4. Ward White did $4.09.
Oh, the agony.
Because he doesn't pay attention to that. He doesn't care.
And that's what it is in Chicago. On the average, $4.09 for
just regular
unleaded.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Public transportation.
Oh my God. Where does
Cali gas is $5.65 for the
where do they live?
California.
Oh, California. Oh my God.
I have $5.20 in Los Angeles, $3.50 in Miami, $3.48 in DC, and $3.70 in New York.
Wow. Well, I'm going to get some gas today because I saw some for $3.09 right here at the 7-Eleven around the corner.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some
but if you
bags.
go to QT, you can also get your tea,
Oh, that's true. Okay,
and it's down.
thank
It's
you.
down. Let's move to trending topics, shall we?
That was fun, Sybil. Thank
It
you.
was.
Thanks for the suggestion.
And
The
before you move, people are asking about Miss Astrology. We had advertised her.
Yes, she is under the weather today. Hopefully, well, next week we have a special show, so hopefully, I'm not sure if she's going to be
No,
here.
the special show isn't next week.
Oh,
The
it's not?
special show is on the 30th. We're doing a show on stroke awareness
Okay.
with American Heart.
Thank you
And
for telling me. Okay.
yeah, so next week, hopefully we can get Mrs. Astrology. Hope she feels better. Feel better, Miss Astrology.
Feel better.
And she's an astrologist. She didn't know she wasn't going.
I don't think she's a future teller. I think
okay.
she reads the stars,
Okay.
not the future.
Huh? Okay.
I don't know what that means either. So.
That was good though.
Quick on your feet.
For those of you who have a taste for the marijuana, the Justice Department took a significant step towards rescheduling marijuana today, formalizing the process to reclassify the drug as lower risk and remove it from a category in which it had been treated as more dangerous than fentanyl and meth. President Joe Biden, you think he's not running for re-election? He announced a major move in a video posted to his official account on X. He said, oh, that's Twitter. He said, this is monumental. It's an important move towards reversing longstanding inequities. Far too many lives have been upended because of a failed approach to marijuana, and I'm committed to righting those wrongs. You have my word on it.
Okay, Sybil, I'm sorry. I missed what happened?
Lowering the penalties for people who are caught with marijuana. The Justice Department.
Well, why is there a penalty at all?
Well, that's what a lot of weed smokers are saying. It's not a gateway drug. It's not
right.
You know, it's not. It's certainly not to the level of meth or fentanyl.
So what is it now? If I get caught with some weed, well, I don't even want to be slapped on the wrist.
But I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
So, are they saying it's monumental X, Y, and Z for our community? Like, is that
it's going to help our community because so many of us have been wrongfully and ridiculously accused.
Yes, and still serving time. There are some people still serving.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Third strike, and they got caught with a little.
And if it was a third strike, forget about it.
Man, under the jail cell.
Yeah,
so.
That's what my mama used to say. Under the jail. That's right. So that is good news for people who may have that on their records, and I don't know how far that'll go in clearing their records, but we shall see.
I wonder, Sybil, with that, for the people who were convicted under the previous penalty, can you go back and get your record expunged?
That's what a lot of people are asking.
Oh, cool. That would be cool.
Especially since it's legal in some states. It's like, come on now. Let's come on.
Mm-hmm. Hi, we're Sybil and Aprylete and Yolanda, and we live in Texas, and we have a word for the wise. Today, the governor, Greg Abbott, granted a full pardon to Daniel Perry. He was convicted of murder for the 2020 death of a Black Lives Matter protester in downtown Austin. Immediately after a unanimous recommendation from the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles, they said this man should be pardoned. The governor said, you got it. Here you go. Here's your pardon. The board announced, they said that it made its decision after a meticulous review of pertinent documents from police reports to court records. Now, keep this in mind. Hear me when I say this. They did a close review, a meticulous review of pertinent documents from police reports to court records, witness statements, and interviews with individuals linked to the case. Taking you back to July 2020, when this man, Perry, shot and killed Garrett Foster after driving into a racial justice protest in downtown Austin. Perry claimed that he shot Foster, who was carrying an AK-47 in self-defense. During Perry's trial, prosecutors argued that he sought out the confrontation with this man, the Black Lives Matter protester.
Totally did.
The Texas has one of the strongest stand your ground laws of self-defense and cannot be nullified by a jury or a progressive district attorney, the governor said. Here's the kicker. Less than 24 hours after the jury this year in April found him guilty of murder, less than 24 hours, the governor said he would approve the recommendation by the Texas Board of Pardons and Paroles. This came after prominent conservative figures called on him to undo Perry's conviction. Shortly after his announcement, the judge unsealed the court records that contained this man's previously unreleased messages and social media posts, which contained racist rhetoric, and none of that mattered one damn bit.
Wow.
If we don't do something about the politics in this state, they're going to kill us off one by one.
Sybil, here's the deal.
We got to vote, y'all.
We are the minority. A lot of people agree with Greg Abbott.
Yeah. Yep.
That's sick.
A lot of people in this state agree with him.
That's right.
Wow. So what can we do? I mean, I know you keep telling us to vote, but the more we tell people to vote, people voting for him.
Well, we have to give them a better alternative to Greg Abbott. Just like now there is a big vote for the United States Senate, and Cruz is running against a congressman
Colin
Allred. And yes, and so if you believe in Colin Allred and what he stands for, don't just say, oh, that's a shame about Cruz, the way he ran off and left the state under a cloud of suspicion when the state had no power. And, oh, that's a shame when Cruz, went up against Donald Trump, and he talked about Donald Trump's mama and his daddy and his wife and all, and now he's toadying up to Donald Trump. All of this makes a difference.
Yeah, but just like this is what we have to be.
Michael Stallworth says, unfortunately, Yolanda is right. Yolanda is always right.
Well,
always.
If I remember correctly, Uvalde voted for Abbott in 2022, despite the school shooting 2 years ago. And yes, Michael, you're right.
That's crazy.
And they left that massacre and went up to Houston, where the NRA was holding.
Yes, they sure did. Yep. So I know you're telling us to vote. We got to come up with something else. We have to come up with people that are a better alternative to those that are. But if it's more of them that's voting for him, they still win.
We have to. Not all of them are voting, but we have to vote. Like, you remember when
outnumber them.
You remember when Royce West was running for governor,
yes.
And he said there are 1 million registered Black voters in the state of Texas. That if every registered voter voted, I could win.
Yep.
I remember that.
He did not.
That was so disappointing. Yeah,
he did not. He might have gotten a third of the registered Black voters.
Well, it's like you said, Sybil, that we're not necessarily voting against Abbott or Trump or what have you. We're voting against apathy.
Yeah.
And even like today, it came out, and I'm really working on myself with this. It came out where Cardi B was saying, before, I don't know if you remember 4 years ago when she was really, really about Biden, and she was out there talking about voting and what have you. Now she's saying that Biden is not about anything Trump. She's not going to vote at all. And I just think that is just lack of knowledge that speaks. Right. That has a big microphone with lack of knowledge.
And people hear that more than they hear what Joe Biden is doing in terms of lowering or eliminating school loans.
Well, what we need to ask them, Sybil, specifically, what didn't Joe do that you wanted him to do?
Right. That's
so you despise him so much. Why?
Because why?
That's what we need to start asking. Why we mad at him?
Say that again, Aprylete.
I want to go.
I was just saying propaganda. Yeah. Like, I mean, because what's in everyone's faces is Trump and X, Y, and Z, and all of the.
I want to be on their side. Convince me. I'm open to be convinced. What?
And maybe that's a question we have right here. If you're watching or listening, why? And you are not looking to vote for Joe Biden, why or why not? What has
what he
what has
do?
he not
Or what he
done,
didn't
or what
do?
has he done that
Yeah.
makes you not want to vote for him?
Because maybe,
You can't say he's old because the other guy's just as old.
yeah, it ain't
Baby,
that.
yes, all of them was old.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. So I'm curious about this. Sybil, find that out. You know a lot of stuff. Find that out.
And I think too, like politics, like we are scared of it because we don't know. And so with that fear, we go with what is being pumped out again
Yep.
in the media, in the propaganda and things like that. And this has been designed since the beginning of time.
Mhm.
And so we're just going with like the masses, or you get what I'm saying? So I
Yep.
can't really articulate it the
Yeah,
way that
yes,
I'm
you are.
coming
Yes, you
out.
are. I hear you.
But I think that that fear drives the non-voting or
Ignorance also
voting.
drives, and
Yes.
I don't want to say, and, people are very sensitive about what they're called, but I think a sense of ignorance also drives people to go to the polls or stay away.
Yep.
Well, Sybil, what we're going to start saying, because people don't really understand the definition of ignorance, we just see that as a derogatory term. So we're just going to say people with lack of knowledge.
Okay.
So we won't be, because people are
Don't
very
want to offend
sensitive
people.
about being offended.
Right.
And so it's really, really the lack of knowledge. And if you have the knowledge, then you tell me why don't we like him? I'm willing to go along with what you say. Why we don't like him?
Right.
Make
Like,
it make
what are
sense.
the facts? Like make it make
That's
sense.
the question. Why you don't like him?
Yeah.
It goes along with what that cost.
Right.
What's that cost? No, literally, what's that gonna cost us? Since you don't like him,
Okay.
Okay, what's that
Exactly.
gonna cost us?
Amen.
And,
That's
and,
what's up.
and
it's
that
a
part
price to be
right
paid.
there, Aprylete, is the question,
part.
and
Yep.
the answer to that is worth $1 gazillion, because that's what he's gonna save all the rich people and take away things from us.
Yep.
Amen.
Today in entertainment, we wish a happy 58th birthday to Miss Jackson. Janet Jackson is 58 today. Born 58 years ago into the iconic family, she's not only upheld their legacy, but also carved her own path as a versatile artist. Celebrating her illustrious career with music from Rhythm Nation to All For You in its top charts and inspired generations. What's your favorite Janet Jackson song? Can you all think of one off the top of your head?
Together again.
That's a good one.
You know why? It's Kim
Why?
Nelson Ingram actually turned me on, and that was her favorite.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, Kim, that is a jam.
Yeah, she's a major.
Yes, she really is.
Major.
Mhm.
Janet
What's yours?
Aprylete?
I don't know the name, but it's like in the thunder and rain. Yeah, I like that song.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. Ooh, baby. That makes
I
me
don't want to stop just being
happy.
it's so good inside.
We're gonna have to pay for that one way or the other.
Well, I don't know the word, so
Okay.
and I certainly don't sound like her. So, so we should get a
We
pass.
I think you get a pass on Janet's birthday. She's earned numerous awards throughout her career, including 5 Grammys, Billboard Icon Award, the MTV Video Vanguard Award, and most recently, she was inducted in 2019 into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Happy
Nice.
birthday, Miss Jackson.
Happy birthday. That's awesome.
That's
Shout out
awesome.
to you.
And many, many more. And for those of you going out to see her on tour this year, have a great time. It's all
Yes.
for you.
Going back out on tour again?
Mhm.
Go on,
At
Janet.
almost
Good for her.
60, hitting it. And I know she's gonna be hitting the moves.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. If you need to stop off and do a quick yoga class in Fort Worth, just call us. We're good.
We got you.
Yolanda, today's
Yes.
jewel.
Today's jewel is a good one. I know I've said that before, but the road to a peaceful life is a spirit of gratitude.
Ooh,
That is good.
that is good. You ain't never
great.
lied. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I may have lied before, but
Nah. No, not when it comes to the jewels.
there you go. Thank you,
That's
Sybil.
right.
All right, ladies, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. Go out there and be good to each other, and we'll see you all again soon. Aloha.